Hello, my sweet ones. Come sit with me for a while. Pour yourself a warm cup of tea or wrap yourself in a soft blanket. Let's talk about the storms of life. The chaos, the pain, the uncertainty that can leave us feeling shaken to our core. You know the kind I'm talking about. Those moments when everything seems to go wrong, and you wonder if you'll ever see the sunshine again. I've been through my fair share of storms, and I want to share a story with you. A story about a storm that changed me. But first, let me remind you of one beautiful truth. The storm will pass, but the lesson will last. The storm that almost broke me. Many years ago, I went through a storm that I thought would never end. It was the kind of storm that sweeps through your life and leaves nothing untouched. My husband had fallen ill, seriously ill, and our family was thrust into a whirlwind of hospital visits, mounting bills, and sleepless nights. I remember one night in particular. It was late, and the rain outside matched the storm raging in my heart. I was alone in the hospital waiting room, my hands clutching a crumpled tissue, my eyes red from crying. The doctors had just told me there were complications, and my mind was racing with every what-if imaginable. In that moment, I felt utterly powerless. I wanted to scream at the heavens, to demand answers, to beg for the storm to stop. But all I could do was sit there, staring out at the rain-soaked streetlights. The turning point. As I sat there lost in my fears, a nurse came and sat beside me. She didn't say much, just held my hand and whispered, "You're stronger than you think." At first, her words didn't sink in. But as the hours passed, I began to realize something. The storm wasn't mine to control. I couldn't change what was happening, but I could change how I faced it. I could find strength in the chaos, even if I didn't feel strong. That night, I made a decision. I would face the storm not with fear, but with faith that I wasn't alone, faith that the storm would pass, and faith that I would learn something from it. What storms teach us? My sweet ones, storms are not just moments of destruction. They are also moments of transformation. They strip away what no longer serves us and reveal what truly matters. They test our resilience, our patience, and our courage. And though they are painful, they leave us with lessons that shape us into who we are meant to be. When I look back on that difficult time in my life, I see the lessons it taught me. The strength of love. My family came together in ways we never had before. We leaned on each other and our bonds grew stronger. The power of presence. Sometimes just being there for someone, holding their hand, offering a kind word, can make all the difference. The beauty of hope. Even in the darkest moments, there is always a glimmer of light if you look for it. Your storm will pass. I know that when you're in the middle of a storm, it feels like it will never end. The wind howls, the rain pours, and the darkness seems impenetrable. But I promise you this, the storm will pass. It may not pass as quickly as you'd like. It may not leave things the way they were before, but it will pass, and when it does, you will find yourself standing on the other side, stronger than you ever imagined. The lessons that last. The lessons you learn in the storm will stay with you long after the skies have cleared. They will become a part of who you are, guiding you in future challenges and helping you to comfort others who are facing their own storms. Think of the trees after a hurricane. They may lose their leaves, their branches may bend, but their roots grow deeper. They become more resilient, better able to withstand future storms. And so will you. A grandma's comforting words. Let me tell you something I've learned over the years. It's okay to feel scared in the storm. It's okay to cry, to doubt, to wonder if you'll make it through. Those feelings don't make you weak. They make you human. But don't let the storm convince you that it's bigger than you are. Don't let it make you forget who you are and what you're capable of. You are stronger than the wind, braver than the thunder, and more enduring than the rain. Finding calm in the chaos. Here are a few things that helped me weather my storms. I hope they help you too. Breathe. When the chaos feels overwhelming, take a moment to focus on your breath. Inhale deeply, hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly. Let each breath ground you and remind you that you are alive and capable. Pray or reflect. Whether it's a prayer, a meditation, or simply talking to the universe, let your heart pour out its fears. There's something healing about putting your worries into words. Look for the helpers. Just like that nurse who held my hand, there are always people willing to help. Don't be afraid to lean on them. Find small joys. Even in the storm, there are moments of beauty. A kind word, a warm cup of tea, the sound of rain on the roof. Cherish these little gifts. My personal reflections. Now, as I sit here, years removed from that storm in my life, I can see its gifts. It taught me to trust in what I cannot control, to find strength I didn't know I had, and to cherish the people around me. My husband recovered, and though life wasn't exactly the same after, we found a new normal, a better one in many ways. And those lessons I learned, they've carried me through every storm since. For you, my sweet ones. So, my dear ones, if you're facing a storm right now, know this: you are not alone. You are stronger than you think. The storm will pass, and when it does, you will carry its lessons with you, like precious jewels gathered from the wreckage. A grandma's blessing. As you face the storms in your life, may you find the strength to endure, the courage to hope, and the wisdom to learn. May you know that even in the darkest moments, there is a light within you that cannot be extinguished. And may you always remember that the storm will pass, but the lessons will last. Good night, my sweet ones. Sleep well and face tomorrow with hope in your heart. The sun will rise again, and so will you. Crescent Moon. Thank you, my dears, for spending this time with me. Remember, life's journey is better when we walk it together. If these stories and reflections warmed your heart, be sure to subscribe and join me for more wisdom, comfort, and a little sprinkle of joy. Together, let's keep growing one story at a time. Until next time, stay safe, stay hopeful, and remember, you're never alone. Grandma loves you.